Brian Bowersock, the Automan, here today. We're talking about front-wheel drive vehicles today. Why? Because 70% of the vehicles on the road are now front-wheel drive, and almost another 10% of vehicles that are rear-wheel drive have independent suspension with constant velocity axles. So that's why we're talking about these today. A lot of people are not that aware about how these axles work, and they allow for independent suspension so that the joints can move around. And they are actually the drive axles for front-wheel drive and, like I said, some rear-wheel drive cars. Inside the boots, these are actually rubber or silicone boots that are put on the axle. It keeps the grease in to keep the joints well lubricated, which is grease that goes in them. This is actually one of the a replacement CV boot. As you can see, they're quite pliable, but they do wear out, and over time, they start to crack and fail. They will split. They allow the grease to come out of the actual joint, and then what happens is we get road dirt inside and the joint starts to fail. Usually one of the best and most cost-effective ways when this happens, because you can often have joint failure after this has happened, is to replace the entire axle, as the cost is quite a bit lower on them than they used to be. I'm Brian Bowersock with the West Automotive Group.
For the latest automotive news and helpful tips, watch for The Automan Fridays on the CW San Diego, sponsored by the West Automotive Group.